What's going on, homie dudes? It's Cremated Brownies. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Nerf darts. We're going to be talking about the differences of Nerf darts. We're going to be talking about pros and cons of different Nerf darts. And we're just going to kind of see the stats of Nerf darts and kind of see how everything goes. Nerf darts. Let's get right into it. We're going to go from basically from what came first to what has come most recent. And we're starting off with the standard Elite dart. Now, this is not the first Elite dart. There have been many other variations of this Nerf dart beforehand, such as the sticky dart, Velcro. It was like a cushion tip or something like that. But that is like way old school Nerf. That's like dart tag stuff. This is the most common Nerf dart. This Nerf dart comes in 3 different variations. Built by Hasbro, and they can vary in different colors, but you have the standard Elite. This is kind of like a white series, and then they have the AccuStrike darts. The only difference between these 2 darts is honestly color, but if you see a dart that is a majority of the foam most of the way, and then it's got a cushioned orange tip, that is just going to be your standard Nerf dart, and that will go in just about any Nerf blaster that is taking a standard magazine or has a small input hole for a dart. Now, over time, companies have realized that they can actually make money off of Hasbro's darts, which is kind of where third-party darts come from, and that's where sometimes better darts come from and worse darts come from. The 2 most common darts that I have is we have a Dart Zone waffle tip and a X-Shot is what I think they are. This X-Shot dart is slightly smaller than your typical Nerf dart, and it's just by a little bit. So these darts don't always work in blasters. Sometimes they don't quite reach the flywheels all the way, or sometimes they don't quite push down the air restrictor in spring-powered blasters all the way. So these darts are not typically your go-to Nerf darts, but it's like if you see it on the ground and you're desperate, then yeah, just pick it up, stick it in your gun, and fire it out. This is a Dart Zone waffle head. I do not know the colors that it comes in, but I do know that there are large packages of these for super cheap compared to Nerf darts, which are a lot. It's the same price for like 250 of these as it is like 75 of these. And these can tend to be a lot more accurate than regular Nerf darts. They're about the same height, so there's not really a difference there. They work in just about every single Elite blaster and spring blaster and stuff like that. So typically speaking, with standard Elite darts, you're gonna have anywhere from 50 to typically 90 to 100 feet here. Coming out of the muzzle, feet per second, you're gonna have anywhere from 65 to 75 FPS. Coming out, you will have some higher, you will have some lower. But that is the average par. It's about 70 FPS for these Nerf darts, and these will go in many different blasters. And here with me I have my Doomlands Desolator, and this is just a 10-round magazine. So as you can see, the Dart Zone will fit in perfectly, Nerf will fit in perfectly, Nerf will fit in perfectly, AccuStrike will fit in perfectly. Then we've got this Dart Zone dart where when you push it in, it won't always stay because it's actually a little bit of a different outer diameter. So occasionally when you put these in magazines, they will just pop out like so. But if you put them all in the blaster, they all fire perfectly well right out of it. That is Elite. That will vary from anywhere from the Doomland series to the Elite series to AccuStrike series to the Zombie Strike series to Rebel series, and Elite just kind of goes everywhere. That's the most common Nerf blaster where if you go to the store and you look at the shelves, it's going to be 90% Elite because that's, well, the most common. Anyway, moving on. Here with me today we have Mega. Now Mega has had some new additions, which is the Mega AccuStrike, which we'll talk about here relatively quickly. This is the Mega Dart. The Mega Dart will have ranges of anywhere of 50 to 75 feet, and it will have FPSs of about 50 to 75, which is quite good. The main difference between these 2 darts is these are supposed to be a lot more accurate than these darts, but in all reality, I honestly haven't seen a difference between these 2. Except for whenever I fire these out, occasionally they'll do like a spiral thing, which looks really cool, and these will like fishtail, which I don't really like, so I like how these ones fire out. But any Mega Springer, which typically Mega Blasters are big, red, and, well, they've got one word printed across them, and it's Mega. So if you ever see a Mega Blaster, well, it's Mega. I have both the AccuStrike and the regular Mega in the blaster right now, so if we just rev this up and fire it, it fires both of them out perfectly smooth. And the only real difference between those two is just the tip, just how the tip looks, and maybe a little bit of how it flies. But overall, the Mega Darts, there isn't really a difference. You can purchase some off-brand ones. The only ones that I have seen off-brand, they will literally get shredded by the flywheels, easy as pie. Other than that, that is the Mega series. Now let's continue on. Continuing on, we have, in my opinion, Hasbro's least successful series. This is the Nerf Vortex. Vortex was created to be something that looked super cool on paper, but didn't function how we wanted it to. Vortex was also originally made to be the most accurate Nerf blaster series yet, which it quickly got replaced by AccuStrike series because, well, there are a lot of issues with Vortex. The Nerf Vortex darts are not really darts, they're more discs. These, when you fire them, you can actually run them on walls, and they can bounce off of walls, bounce off of objects. They fly very, very slow, but they are pretty freaking accurate. You'll get ranges of these of anywhere from 30 to 55 feet, and you will get speeds out of the muzzle anywhere from 25 to 45 feet per second, which is very, very slow. These darts, rather than the typical Elite where it's got a high arc, high distance, these, if you arc it too high, it will literally go up and then it'll start coming back down the other way slowly. If you hold it straight, it'll kind of just go straight down. These are kind of just built for trick shots. Nerf Vortex, however, only goes with the Nerf Vortex series, where it's typically orange and green guns. They did release a new one where it was like red and white guns, but I personally do not own any of those. To my current knowledge, this series is extinct, and this blaster is a collectible, and I'm never giving it away because it looks super freaking cool. But anyway, we aren't here to talk about the blaster, but this, I'll actually fire it that way so that you can see how slow it goes, but this is the Vortex. So as you can see, it ricochets. I mean, it looks like it goes fast in here, but that's because there's a 7-8 foot distance between me and the door. So there's not a whole bunch of distance, but that is Vortex, and if you're looking for competitive, this is not your go-to. If you're looking for accuracy and trick shots, this is your go-to. Continuing on, we have the Rival series. When the Rival series was first released, it changed the whole entire face of Nerf. We had the first release, which I believe was the Apollo, and then shortly after we had the Zeus, is what I want to say happened in the order that it came. Nerf Rival are these little balls, and they have little hexagons on them, which help them fly straight, accurate, and quite frankly, with zero wind resistance. These balls you could purchase anywhere online, and I honestly recommend buying them from a third party. I have not purchased any from a third party though, because the ones that I did purchase are these custom red and blue balls made by Hasbro, which when I looked back on them, they were super expensive to buy. But if you are looking for any more Rival rounds, I would recommend buying Cornucopia. It is the highest rated seller for Nerf Rival balls, so Cornucopia rounds, or Out of Darts. They have some of their own rounds now. I'll actually leave a link to outofdarts.com. These balls, they will have ranges of anywhere from 70 to 120 feet is what I have collected. They have speeds out of the barrel from 90 to 110 feet per second, which is absolutely outrageous. Here with me today, I have my takedown, and these are honestly really good. If you do modify a Rival blaster that does have motors though, it will rip up your rounds, I should say, because they're round. These only work with specific Rival blasters. If it's any Rival blaster with Rival painted on the side, then it will work. They do go in a specific magazine though, which we will do a video about magazines and differences on them. This is Rival series. Pretty loud, hyper accurate. Like if you're going for competitive and you're starting off, these blasters are your way to go. Hasbro's newest edition, as much as I would love to say it wasn't, it was a mega flop. It was a very big issue and did not go as planned. This is the Nerf Ultra series. The Nerf Ultra 1 was the original release of the Nerf Ultra series. It claimed to have all of these stats and everything, but in all reality, it flopped. It tanked really, really hard, and Hasbro took a really big fall for that. These were supposed to be Hasbro's farthest flying dart ever and their most accurate stock dart ever, which accuracy only really works with the Springer blasters. When you put these in the electrical blasters, they just go everywhere. Like, you've got a 10-foot hit radius, which is ridiculous. My personal favorite Nerf Ultra blaster right now, which is super accurate, but it's got a low capacity, is the Nerf Ultra 5. This blaster it's the best. When it first fires out, it does have a little bit of a fishtail for most Nerf Ultra blasters, but after about 10 or so feet, it'll fix that, it'll correct, and then it'll just go straight with a little bit of jittering. But honestly, the Nerf Ultra series is not as bad as everybody says it is. The Nerf Ultra series will fire anywhere from 90 to 110 feet, which is pretty good. I mean, that's pretty competitive with the rival series. It has speeds coming out of the barrel of up to 110 FPS stock. We don't really have a average low yet, but that will come with a few more blasters and knowing what else is to come. Now, notice there are some darts that I have not gone over, such as the big demolisher missile, some of the like bows and stuff, and like I said earlier, the first generation darts of Hasbro stuff. I do not personally own those, so I cannot give my own opinion on those. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next, share with your friends, get the bell on, and we'll see you all next time. Peace out.